Hello, and welcome to another episode of Ruby for Noobs. This is a tutorial series where I teach the user how to program in Ruby, a common programming language used in web applications. So let's get started. Last time we talked about data values. So 1 is an integer, 1.0 is a float because that's a decimal. Any line of text is a string, and anything that says true or false is a boolean. So, and we went over arrays, arrays and hashes, which can both store multiple values in them. So let's get started on today's on what we're going to be learning today. So the first thing I'm going to teach you is something you might have seen in this. I showed this last time. It's this def thing. What does that mean? So def stands for define. So it's defining a function. Kind of like how in JavaScript, you would do like var, new function equals function. Like that, right? Well, in Ruby, it's a little different. Remember how we don't have to type var? Just create a new variable. So, would we just do this? No, we wouldn't. First we type def, which means we're defining a new method, and then the method name. Let's call this new method. Okay. So, by the way, I'm not sure if I'm spelling that right, but I don't really care at the moment. So, next we type parentheses. So we go all the way to where we want it to end, then type end. In these parentheses, if you've ever used JavaScript, or normal Java, I think it works with normal Java, I'm not sure. So, inside this, we would put a kind of variable, like, let's say, number. Now, we're going to, hold on. Puts. Then we're going to type a number in here. And then we're going to, in order to run this method, because if we just did this right now, it's just going to do that. If we want it to actually do anything, we're going to have to type, new method. Then the parentheses, if we actually have any values in the parentheses, we're going to have to type the parentheses here. And inside let's just type a number. 1. Let's see what this does. It returns 1. So how did it do that exactly? Well, this is a local. This is not a global variable. It's a variable that can only be used in the function. So, if I were to type this outside of it, it would give me an error. So let's try that. Number. Let's see what that does. It gives us an ugly error message. So that is that. Methods are very helpful when you're making like a really big game. In processing JavaScript, language I use when I'm making like Box, a game I've showed a few times. Could be doing another episode on that soon. Anyways, my original version of it had lots of scenes, and for each scene I had to make a new draw function for it. So let's say we want to do more with this. Maybe we could ask for the user's input for the number. So let's say number. I'm not sure if this works in Ruby 2.3.1, but I know on 1.8, an OR symbol, two of the things where, two of the symbols where you type hold shift and type /, and then an equal sign. It means, unless another value is assigned to it, have it equal this. So let's have it do gets chomp. Now, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna look like a real idiot, but whatever. So let's do this. Ah. See, I was right. I mean, I was wrong. But in older versions of Ruby, basically, it would, unless you type something down here, it would, equal gets chomp. So, and then it would, print that. So, instead of doing that, let's actually have the value as gets chomp. Now, you're probably thinking, but Alan, that's not gonna work. Gets chomp is a method. Gets chomp isn't exactly a method. It's kind of like a mix of a value and a method. So, because it gets the user's input, which at first is a method, but then returns a value. So let's do this. 5. And then it returns 5. This can be very helpful sometimes. So the next thing I'm going to do is show a function that I actually showed last time. It's called each. So let's create a new hash. Probably shouldn't have deleted the last one. Let's have 3 values. 1, 1, 2, 3. And inside these, oh, hold on a second. Sorry about that. I had to take care of something. So, back to what we were doing. So, let's have this as 1, 2, and 3. And, let's do new hash dot each. This is similar to a JavaScript method, where it's each parentheses, function, and then have curly brackets to show to determine what happens, what it's gonna do. This is similar. So gonna do that. Most programmers will put spaces in between spaces to separate the values from the beginning and ending. I'm not sure why, but I like it. Kind of like the for loop in JavaScript. Instead of doing that, you would do this. I'm not sure why. I'm not going to question it, though. I didn't make it. So, first thing we're going to do is do that. And inside here, we're going to type what the name of the fake elements that we're doing. The names of the fake elements. So, let's do number... I spelled that right. Number name, number value. So we list those two, okay? Right? So next we're going to put, I'm not sure why I capitalized that. Puts. Then we're going to type the first fake variable name, number name, then we're going to put the second fake variable, which is number value. What do you think this is going to do? Think in your head right now, and I'm probably thinking that you guys are going to think it's going to print it all on one line. Let's see. Feel stupid. There's probably going to be something that says idiot popping up on the screen right now. Jeez. As you see here, it prints all three of those values. That is because number name stands for the name of the variable, and number value stands for the actual value of it. Yeah, that's kind of how that works. Oh, and there's another one. Let's get rid of all of this. It's called dot times. So let's do, the first thing you type is how many times you actually want to do it. So let's do 5. That's my favorite number. Dot times. Then, curly brackets. Puts banana. Let's see what this does. It prints banana 5 times. You can even indent, you can even space this too. If you put empty quotation marks, Ruby reads it as an empty line, which is really good for like spacing and stuff. See, it spaces that out. That's because it it runs the function inside 5 times. Now, I've actually noticed in programming languages, whenever you have curly brackets, that notifies what it's going to do, and anything before that is, how it's going to do it, or when it's going to do it. But inside curly brackets, it's always, the actual function itself. It's like that in Ruby, it's like that in JavaScript, it's like that in Python, I believe. I haven't looked at Python in so long. It works that way in normal JavaScript, if I didn't say that already. jQuery, CSS, all that. Oh, I will be starting an HTML course very soon because I really like it, and well, it's not just going to be HTML, it's going to be HTML and CSS. Shh. Shh. And, yeah, if you enjoyed this video and maybe learned something from it, please like it, and, or just let me know down in the comment section that, you enjoyed it and you would like more. Hold on a second. Sorry about that, people are home. So, anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please like it and let me know down in the comment section, what you learned or if you even learned anything. And also, doing that will also let me know that, people enjoy me doing this sort of thing. I enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it. And I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.